नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवज्जायाणं नमो लोये सौवसाम् अरिहंत सिद्ध सुर उपाध्याय साधु सर्व अर्थ के प्रकाशी मांगलिक उपकारी है। तीन को स्वरूप जानी रागते भई जो भक्ति काय को नमाए स्तुति को उच्चारी है। धन्य धन्य तुम्ही से काज सब आज भयो कर जोरी बारंबार वंदना हमारी है। मंगल कल्याण सुख ऐसो हम चाहते ओ मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। ओ मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। Now we'll be doing Dravya Sangrah's Mangalacharan. जीवम जीवम दौवम जीणवर वसहेण जैणनि दिट्ठम देविंद विंद वंदम वंदे तम सौवदा सिरसा। Acharya Nemi Chandra Dev Swami has written this Dravya Sangra. Only 58 words are there, and today we will be starting from the 47th one. So 47, 48, 49 is on meditation, and then the last three, 55, 56, 57 is again on meditation. So we will do this first and then again come back to meditation in the end. As you know, okay, whoever got liberated, they got liberated just by focusing on their soul, focusing on themselves, right? And that focusing on themselves means meditation. Okay, so we'll start from 47. I'll make you a co-host, Priyanka ji.
Yes, sir.
I'll make you a co-host.
Yes, sir.
You'll
Yes,
be
sir.
able to share the text.
So just give me 1 minute. I'll join through the iPad, and from there I'll be able to share.
Okay. Rajeshri, you were there in the class yesterday?
Yes, sir. I was there.
Okay, so today I would like you to comment how you are doing assignments so quickly. You have to
Sir,
motivate
I'm
them.
actually very free, sir. I'm old. I have no responsibilities. I'm
Okay,
so old. I have nothing to do in my house.
okay.
So
You have
I
all the
said,
time.
yeah. And I thought, sir, this book also, Dravya Sangra, we are going very fast. Actually, there's lots in it to know. So
Yeah,
I'm reading that
but it
book.
is all in terms of commentaries, and we don't
Yeah.
have that in syllabus. Now you consider the whole book will carries the weightage of 30 marks.
Yeah.
So how much time you can spare for 30 marks? The syllabus is so tight, the
Yeah.
hours are fixed. So we cannot go
But
beyond what
it's
is
so
given.
meaningful. It's so meaningful. I was just going through the text. It was
Yeah,
very meaningful.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you refer to the references given here in commentaries, then it becomes very vast and in a very detailed manner you can understand.
Yeah.
So, so you have been very prompt in doing assignments, and that's what other people wants, that kind of motivation. So
No, sir, all the others are working and all that.
whatever it might be, but there is some priorities in our life, and I don't think there is anything more important than this study.
Yeah.
So like our assignments are also very simple, and writing a one page will hardly take 15 minutes, and on weekends you can do it. So that's why
No,
that,
no, sir, not 15 minutes. I listen to the lectures nearly 4 times, 5 times, and then I get to write. It's not a 15 minutes job. And
so again,
writing
again
5
these are
pages.
all youngsters, no? So they catch up very fast,
Yeah, that's what we're not able to catch up. I listen to it 4, 5 times, then I edit, I write, I edit, I write, I edit, then I come to one
Oh,
thing.
great, great. You are taking the maximum benefit, out of these assignments. And,
Yes.
our knowledge only gets sharper by this kind of practices,
Yeah,
And on the other hand, if you are not doing this, then you must be involved in some calls or some videos or some internet, YouTube and all, Our time gets so much wasted in other activities which are not meaningful to us as uh,
actually, in my younghood, I've done everything, seen movies, gone, everything is done. So all
yeah.
that in my life is over.
And
We have
then at a certain age, you also, automatically gets uh, distracted to all these kinds of things, because you know that at the end of the day, it's all anxiety that we get from all these sensory objects. So,
actually, it's 10 years since I've seen a movie. My father was a producer. I think it was all done in my childhood and finished with
oh,
it.
so that Barjatia family.
Yeah, he's my uncle, and
Oh,
I'm Sundarlal Nahata's daughter. Nahata's daughter. Same Rajshri Pictures. We are the same group.
oh,
Yeah.
so Rajeshri Pictures is only after your name only, right?
Not my name. Even he had a daughter, Rajshri. She's in
Oh,
Jaipur.
okay.
Tarachandji Babasa had a daughter. She's in Jaipur. And my dad named after her. She's much older than me. So
Okay.
the name was established and I was just given the name. So,
Okay, right, right.
mhm.
So that your means Tarachand, what you said? Nata.
Darachandji Barjate and my father Sundarlal Nahata.
So they are both cousins, I suppose, right?
Not cousins, they all joined together, but we call him Bade Papa.
Okay,
They
like
were
that.
just,
You have a good
they're
relation
Jains
with
and
them.
all the things. They were Digambar, we were Shwetambar Jains. That was
Okay.
the only thing, but otherwise, very good with their
So
family.
you know somebody
Kamal Bhai,
in
sir?
Kolkata by the Nahatas? My
Calcutta, yeah, yeah, yeah.
one of my fast friend is Nahata.
Okay.
We
Uh,
we grew up studying together, and they are from Ladnu.
yeah, yeah. And we have one in Delhi also, the
Okay.
Nahatas. They are doing a lot for the temples and all of them. They are my dad's cousin brothers.
Okay.
So a lot of them. Yeah.
So Priyanka ji,
Okay.
you ready now?
Sorry, sir. This document on the iPad is just taking a bit longer than expected.
Okay.
So just I don't know if Aditi ji or anyone else has joined. Just bear with me, sir, one more minute. I'm almost through, I think.
No problem.
So
You
I'll
take your time.
just
Because we are also waiting for others to join
No,
also.
Aditi ji has joined.
Okay.
Sesta Healing is Aditi ji.
Okay.
Oh, that's wonderful. Maybe she can share on her laptop.
I will make her a
Yeah.
code.
Sorry, sir, my laptop is a bit down, and on the iPad and iPhone, I think it just works a little differently.
Okay. No problem. So she has joined at the right time.
Yeah.
So 47, 48, 49 are on meditation. So first we will take up the verse number 47.
So you want me to share something, right?
Yes, textbook.
Okay. Can you send it to me again on WhatsApp? Because since 2 weeks I've been out of touch with everything, so I don't know which book
Okay.
also we are.
1 minute. I'll just send it.
Just which book and which page number. It'll just take me 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll send you.
Hmm. Dravya Sangra, right?
Yeah. By Vijay Kumar Jain.
Hmm.
I've got it. I'm sending it again. Okay.
Yeah. I-
Sir,
Yeah.
so in the meantime, we open the book. Can we just have like a quick recap of the verses that we've done so far in Dravya Sangra? So just this one, I feel.
Overall, you want to see?
So just a recap, like a gist of like
So,
the things that we discussed.
so the basic is the about the 7 fundamentals we discussed. So initially, the first verse was on Mangalacharan, and then from 2nd to 14, all the descriptions about Jeev Tattva, soul element. Okay. Then from 15 to 27, we discussed non-soul element. Then from 28 to 38, we did Asrav, Bandh, Samvar, Nijera, Moksh. Then 39 to 46 was real point of view and conventional point of view, the path of liberation. So this was all we done so far on this. And now from 47 to 49 is meditation. Then 50 to 54 will be 5 supreme beings, 5 Parmestis. Then 55 to 58 again will be on meditation. Okay. So page number 163. Verse number 47. So we're just,
Thank you, sir.
yeah. Yes. 1 minute. Huh? Yeah, this one. Thank you. So an ascetic through meditation on the empirical, phenomenal or conventional point of view, as well as the real path to liberation, as a rule accomplishes them both. So the first time when you manifest the right faith, it is always through meditation. And when you acquire right faith, then only you can have proper, not proper, but actual point of view. So we have 2 point of views. One is real point of view, other is conventional point of view. So that gets its birth only when you manifest right faith. Okay. So when you meditate, you accomplish the both, the conventional point of view path to liberation and the real path to liberation. Therefore, O Bhavya, potential aspirant to liberation, practice meditation through the concentration of mind. So what is meditation? Your present active consciousness, you concentrate that your active consciousness, which was engaged in 5 sensory objects, you remove it from there and then you concentrate it on the self, your soul. And when you do that, there is a rise of right faith, Samyak Darshan. Okay. And with Samyak Darshan, you also get the correct viewpoints, the conventional viewpoint and also the real viewpoints. And so here the author is insisting that if you are an aspirant to liberation, then you practice meditation through the concentration of mind. Okay. So you engage your active consciousness on the self. That will bring you, that will liberate you, you know. And all those who have got liberated so far have all done through this meditation only. So after the correct understanding and practicing descriptive knowledge, to get liberated, you have to focus on the meditation. So meditation is very important. But before doing meditation, you should first have the right knowledge about your soul. So then only you can focus on that. First, you have to identify the soul, and then you can concentrate on that, focus on that, immerse in that. All this will happen only when you have identified the soul. And to identify the soul, you have to know the actual uh, nature of your soul. Next, 48. O Bhavya, potential aspirant to liberation. If you wish to concentrate your mind on various kinds of meditation. So broadly, there are 4 kinds of meditation. We will be studying this in detail in Tattvad Sutra. So out of these 4 kinds, 2 are of inauspicious type and 2 are auspicious type. So first we come on to the inauspicious type. It is Artha Dhyan and Rodra Dhyan. And when we come to the auspicious, there is Dharm Dhyan and Shukla Dhyan. So the religion begins from the 4th stage of spiritual development, and that is the stage where you do Dharma Dhyan. Okay. And this Shukla Dhyan starts after the 8th stage of spiritual development. So when you reach the 8th stage of spiritual development, then the Shukla Dhyan start, and it has again got 4 subdivisions. Even Dharma Dhyan has also got 4 subdivisions. Artha Dhyan has also 4 divisions, and Rodra Dhyan has also got 4 divisions. So 4 types of meditation having subdivisions of 4 type. So in total, it will be 16 types of meditation. Okay. So here, that's why it's mentioned various kinds of meditation. If you wish to concentrate your mind on various kinds of meditation, get rid of delusion and attachment and aversion in respect of desirable and undesirable objects. So what objects? Sensory objects. So see here it is written, Artha Dhyan, Rodra Dhyan, meditation progressively leads to liberation. Artha Dhyan, Rodra Dhyan, Dharma Dhyan, and Shukla Dhyan. So each are having 4 subdivisions. So you see Artha Dhyan, which rises from the loss of an object of desire. First part. Second part, the association with an undesirable person or thing. Third part, bodily suffering. And fourth is envy. Okay. Artha Dhyan, right? So, अनिष्ट का संयोग, ईष्ट का वियोग, then rog, and one more. So four subdivisions are there. 1 minute. Just check it out here. So 4 types of Artha Dhyan. And then Rodra Dhyan. It is again of 4 types. I'll just see if I can get it from here. No, it's not given here. Okay, so 4 types of, we will be anyway studying it in Tattva Sutra, but I will share a chart on this from Tattva Sutra, wherein one page at a glance you can see all the 16 kinds of dhyans. Okay. So Artha Dhyan, then Raudra Dhyan. Raudra Dhyan implies the absorption of the mind in hinsa and other forms of sin. Then Dharma Dhyan, which means meditation on such subjects as have a bearing on the attainment of liberation from the bondage and sansara. So 4 kinds of Dharma Dhyan is Agya Vichay. You have to follow the preachings of the 5 supreme beings. Agya Vichay, Apai Vichay, then Agya Vichay, Apai Vichay, then Vipak Vichay, the rise of the karmas, Vipak Karmo ka Ana. And then there is one, again I don't remember, 4th one. So Dharma Dhyan is also 4, and Sukla Dhyan is also having 4 subdivisions. Okay. Okay. So I will share that chart. You will have all the explanations over there with names and their functions. So on the 48, coming on to the 48th, that also we did. If you wish to concentrate on your mind on various kinds of meditation, get rid of delusion. So first you have to get rid of delusion, which is the number 1 enemy. Because of delusions, our wrong belief continues, and because of that only we are not able to manifest the right faith or the right belief. Okay. And then there is attachment and aversions. So when you get rid of darshan moniya karma, faith deluding karma, you get right faith. And when you get rid of charitra moniya karma, conduct deluding karma, you get rid of attachments and aversions completely in respect of desirable and undesirable sensory objects. Now, there is nothing called desirable or undesirable in this universe. But because of delusion, we believe some objects to be desirable and some objects to be undesirable. But in actually, there is nothing called desirable and undesirable. The object is object itself. How you can call it desirable? I'll give you an example. If the rain comes, the farmer will be happy because he has already planted the seeds. Now to that product to grow, they need water. So if the rain comes, they are the happier one. But there was a potter. He was unhappy because his business, he could not do his business. He could not make the pots because in rainy season, they don't make it. So you see, rain itself is not desirable or undesirable. It is how you perceive it. So some perceive it as to be desirable and undesirable. But in actuality, the object is not desirable or not desirable. But because of delusion, we believe some products to be desirable and some objects to be undesirable. So that is because of delusion. So when you get rid of delusions and attachments and aversions, then you are able to concentrate your mind on various kinds of meditations. So when we say various kinds of meditation, means the last 2, Dharma Dhyan and Sukla Dhyan, which are auspicious type of meditation. Because the first 2, Artha Dhyan and Raudra Dhyan, are inauspicious type. So they only increase our bondage. They never helps us in getting rid of our karmas. Now moving on to the 49th one. Meditate on, recite or chant the sacred mantras मंत्र का भी ध्यान करते हैं ना. So meditate on, recite or chant the sacred mantras consisting of 35. So first mantra is of 35. It's written in the explanatory notes if you see. Yeah, this one, 49. Yes. Go slightly below. 35. Further. Yeah, this is Namo Aryantanam is 35 letters. Okay. So all deified souls in this world have attained liberation through the adoration of this mantra only. Okay. So this is the 35. Then the next in the sequence is 16. So the next page. Further. Yeah. So this is the 16th one. Arhant Siddhacharyo Padya Sarva Sadhubhya Nama. So this is a 16-letter word. One who meditates on this 16-letter mantra and recites it 200 times with due concentration earns the fruit of one day's fasting. So this explanation has not got much weightage, but from the conventional point of view, it is being said. The next one is 6. Arhant Siddha. This much only. Aryant is having 4 letters and Siddh is having 2 letters. So it is a 6-letter mantra. This mantra of 6 letters, harbinger of virtue, has the power of providing fruit of one day's fasting to anyone who recites it 300 times. So again, from the conventional point of view. Then the next one is, after 6 is 5. Next page, yeah. Namo Siddhanam A Si A U Sa. So see, there is 5 letters. A Si A U Sa. So A is Aryant, C is Siddh, A is Acharya, U is Upadhyay, and Sa is Sadhu. Okay, so the first letter of all the 5 supreme beings, 5 Parmeshtis. So these mantras of 5 letters are like the nectar derived from the holy scriptures. These are like the sun which has the power to destroy darkness of the soul caused by the karmic dirt. Now next is the 4 letter. This mantra 4 letter provides worldly boon and ultimately liberation. The one who recites it 400 times earns the fruit of one day's fasting. So earlier one was 200, then 300, now it went to 400. What is the mantra? Arahanta. Just that much. Then we have a 2-letter Siddh. This mantra of 2 letters is the essence of the holy scriptures, leads to liberation after mitigating worldly sufferings. Then we have 1-letter mantra, Om or A. Now this Om has been derived by taking the first letter of each supreme being. A, E, A, Si, A, U, Sa. No. Om, I'll just tell you. I shared one Hindi's text from Dravya Sangra book. You all have Hindi textbook. So in that, this is given on page number 123. So Om. So it's written there in the footnote how we have derived 1-letter mantra of Om. It's a combination of 5 letters. First one is A for Arhant. Then A for Asariri. See, Bhagwan also we call it as Asharir. So again A plus A. Then Acharya, A. Then Upadhyay, U. And then for Sadhu, we call it Muni. We also called sadhu as muni. So ma from there. So a plus a plus u plus ma. It works out to om. So when you say om, you are remembering the 5 supreme beings. Okay. So these are all shortcuts depending on your condition. Like you don't have much energy to recite the whole Namokar mantra because you are already weak, you are in ICU and you are just at the deathbed. So you can always recite Om, Om. Even if you don't have the energy to recite this mantra, you can do it in your mind also. Om, Om, Om. So you see, these are all the mantras, and we need to do meditation on this mantra. Meditation on this mantra means just concentrate on this mantra. So again, I'm reading. Now you know the divisions, subdivisions. Meditate on. I'm now reading from the original text, 49 number. One more page. Yeah. Yes. Meditate on, recite or chant the sacred mantras consisting of 35, 16, 6, 5, 4, 2 and 1 letters. Okay. Pronouncing the virtues of the 5 supreme beings, Panch Parmeshti. Besides, meditate on and chant other mantras as per the teachings of the preceptor, okay, or the guru. Now moving on to the next one, 50. So from 50 to 54, 5 supreme beings, the characteristics of 5 supreme beings is being explained. So first one is about the Aryant, okay. Having destroyed the 4 inimical varieties of karmas. Inimical varieties means obscuring karmas, ghati karma, ghatiya karmas, okay. Possessed of infinite faith. So 4 karmas have been destroyed. So 4 qualities have been developed. Okay, what are these 4 qualities? Infinite faith, Ananta Darshan, infinite happiness, Ananta Sukh, infinite knowledge, Ananta Gyan, and infinite power. That means Anant Virya. Okay. Ananta Gyan, Ananta Darshan, Ananta Sukh, Ananta Virya. And housed in most auspicious body, Param Audarik Sharir. Most auspicious body is the Param Audarik Sharir. That means the blood in the body turns white, you know. And all the one sense Nigodya Jeev, that all has been eliminated. So now the body has become pure and it is called Param Audarik Sharir. That pure soul of the world teacher means Arhat, should be meditated on. Okay. So this explains about the Acharya Bhagwan, no, Aryanta Bhagwan. Then the next Acharya, then Siddh Bhagwan will come. So this Aryanta Bhagwan is devoid of 18 blemishes, you know, and those 18 blemishes has been mentioned here. The Arahat, page number 179. Some divine attributes and splendor of Arhat, the worshipful world teacher. Arhat, the world teacher or Jina, is free from 18 imperfections or blemishes or dosh and possessed of 46 distinctive characteristics. So 18 are all given. Shuddha, Tusha and all these are given in English. English meanings are also given. And then 4 infinitudes Ananta Gyan, Ananta Darshan, Ananta Sukh, Ananta Virya. That also has been given. Okay. Yeah. So now, then 8 splendors, So out of 46, out of 46, 4 already mentioned: infinite knowledge, infinite perception, infinite bliss, infinite energy. So these 4 are actually belonging to the soul. The other 42 belongs to the body, out of which 34 are miraculous happening. Okay. Atishay. And 8 splendors. So 34 plus 8 is 42, and 4 which belongs to the soul. So in all, there are 46 characteristics of Arahanta. Now, of the 34 miraculous happening, Atishay, 10 appears naturally at the time of birth. Janm ke 10 Atishay. Then 10 on attainment of infinite knowledge. 10 केवल ज्ञान के अतिशय. And remaining 14 are fashioned by celestial devas, Devkrut. So these are all 34 miraculous happenings. Okay. Atishay, miraculous happenings. Now, we coming on to the last part, the 8 splendors. You are at 183. No, so this is at 181. You come back to 181. 181. Yeah, this one. Yeah, bas. 8 splendors. Pratiharya. 8 Pratiharya. So one is Ashoka tree. So these are all with the Tirthankars when they are in the Samosaran. So the Ashoka tree is there. Then Beejewel throne, Sinhasan. Then 3-tier canopy, Chhatra. Then halo of unmatched luminance, Bhamandal, where you can see your 3 previous birth, So whoever goes to the Samosaran and sees this Bhamandal, his previous 3 births are reflected there. Halo of unmatched luminance. Then the 5th one is divine voice of the Lord without lip movement. Divya Dhvani, Om Dhvani, So it comes out of the whole body and not from the lips only as we talk. Okay. And all the people present in the Holy Assembly, they understand in their own language. Even the animals like lion, or whatever animals are there, they all understand in their own language, So that is the uniqueness of Divya Dhani, divine sound. Then 6 is shower of fragrant flowers, Pushpa Varsa. Then waving of 64 majestic hand fans, Chamar, We always have chamars in our mandirji. So it is always there. So for Tirthankar, it is 64 majestic hand fans called chamar. And the last one is profound sound of kettle drums, dundubi, and other musical instruments. So you can just imagine what kind of atmosphere it would be. And it's very conducive to attain right faith in the Samosaran, and also it is very easy to attain omniscience knowledge, in the Samosaran. So many people attain omniscience knowledge, many gets liberated, many attains right faith, many takes partial vows, and many takes gets initiated into monkhood. All things happen in the Holy Assembly. Okay. Now the 51. You must meditate on the soul that is Siddha. So we learned about Aryant. Now the next Supreme Being is Siddha Bhagwan, Siddha Parmeshwar. You must meditate on the soul that is Siddha, rid of the 8 kinds of karmas. So one who has got rid of the 8 kind of karmas, 4 obscuring karmas and 4 non-obscuring karmas, and the 5 kinds of bodies. So what are these 5 kind of bodies? Recently we discussed now, no? One minute. 5 kinds of body I just read. It's given somewhere.
So here it is given.
Right.
Autaric, like.
Right. The 5 kinds of bodies are the gross physical body, Audaric Sharir. Okay. So as a human, we all have Audaric Sharir, peculiar to man and animals. Okay. Animals also have Audaric Sharir. Then transformable body, Vakrik Sharir. So the people who are in heaven and hell, they have this kind of body, Vakrik Sharir, made up of fine matter capable of modification in form and stature. The projectable or assimilative body, Aharak Sharir. Okay. And then we have the luminous body, Tejas Sharir, and the karmic body, Karmic Sharir. So out of these 5 body, until and unless you don't get liberated, karmic body is always there and Tejas Sharir is always there. Okay. Apart from that, we have Audaric body. Others might have transformative body. That's the difference. Okay. So get rid of the 8 kinds of karmas and 5 kinds of bodies, because Sid Parmeshti doesn't have any karmas left. No dravya karma, no bhav karma, and no karma. All kinds of karmas. So dravya karma is material karma, bhav karma is psychic karma, and no karma is quasi karma. Okay. So Sid Parmeshti, the one who has got liberated, has got rid of all 3 types of karmas. And if you talk of material karmas, then 8 kinds of material karmas and the 5 kinds of bodies. Knower of the universe and the non-universe. So he has already developed omniscience knowledge at the 13th stage, and he still possesses that knowledge. So he is knower of the universe and the non-universe, Lokakash and Alokakash, having the figure of a man's body. So when somebody gets liberated, he is always having a man's body, and his posture is either meditative posture while sitting or the standing posture, as in the case of Bhagwan Bahubali. Okay. So both postures you can get liberated from any of these 2 postures. Okay. So having the figures of a man's body and staying eternally at the summit of the universe, Sid Sila. So it is at the summit of the universe. So we have done Arihant, we have done Sid. Now we move on to Acharya, and it's on the page number 189. Number 52. 89. So this is about Acharya. Yes. Those who have themselves practiced the 5-fold observance in regard to faith, darshanachar, knowledge, jnanachar, power, viryachar, conduct, charitrachar, and austerities, tapachar. Okay. So these are the special qualities of an acharya, and guide disciples to follow these observances are the chief preceptors, acharya, worthy of meditation. Okay. So these are all conventional form of meditation. Now meditate on Arihant, meditate on Seed, meditate on preceptors, chief preceptors is Acharya. So this is all about Acharya. Now moving on to the next 53, page 192. Page 192. Yeah, you have a question, you can ask.
Sorry, sir. So when we say conventional point of view, meditate on Acharya or Siddha or Arihant. So,
Right.
sir, does that mean like as a householder, if I'm meditating, like sometimes when we go to Dera, sir, we
Yes.
just meditate, and then we are trying to picture ourselves as the Tirthankar Murti in front of us.
Right.
So, so that is the conventional way of meditating.
Yes, yes. Because the real way of meditation would be concentrating on the self. That is where you are going to get liberation from. Okay. But conventionally, we also meditate on 5 parmestis. Just that you want to follow his footsteps, you want to follow their preachings, and they also got liberated. So we will also be getting liberated once we follow their path.
Okay.
Now, preceptor. So Acharya is chief preceptor and Upadhyay is only preceptor. Salutation to the preceptor, namaskar. Salutation means namaskar. Salutations to the preceptor, Upadhyay, who adorns the 3 jewels. Ratnatraya, Samyak Darshan, Samyak Gyan, Samyak Charitra. 3 jewels of right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. Is incessantly, non-stop, engaged in the preachings of the true religion. So Upadhyayas have a responsibility of preaching the other monks in the congregation. Okay. Engage in the preaching of the true religion and holds exalted position among the holy ascetics. Okay. So of all the ascetics or the monks, he holds the exalted position. श्रेष्ठ उपाध्याय परमेष्ठी कहलाते हैं, the best, okay, the supreme among all the monks. So this is the upadhyay. Now we will move on to ordinary monks, sadhu, 54. Page number 196. Salutations to the ascetic sadhu, abound in faith and knowledge. Faith is darshan and knowledge is gyan. Okay. So here faith means right belief. Okay. You don't say here perception. Okay. But here the faith means right belief, because it is with knowledge and conduct. Who incessantly practices pure conduct that surely leads to liberation. So this is again the Ratnatraya. The right faith, the right knowledge, and the right conduct, this leads to liberation. So this is all about the 5 supreme beings. Now from 55 to 58 is again meditation. Very interesting gatha coming up. I will read the Sanskrit part also when it comes. Not this one. I think the next one. The next one, 56th one. Very important. We will study in detail. So let's first see the 55th one. When an ascetic, while meditating on anything worth concentrating upon, okay, So when a monk, while meditating on anything worth concentrating upon, gets void of all desire, all the desires gets evaporated, Ichha nirodho tap. Desires means ichha. And tap's definition is like that once you get rid of all desires, then it is called tap, So when an ascetic, while meditating on anything worth concentrating upon, gets void of all desires, he is at that time surely performing real meditation. Okay, so this is the real meditation. किसी भी ध्येय पदार्थ, so worth concentrating upon. So this line again, come back 1 minute. So I was just wondering what is the meaning of this line. When an ascetic, while meditating on anything worth concentrating upon. Now what is this anything? So this anything is Arihant, Siddha, Acharya, Upadhyay and Sadhu. If you see the Hindi version, it's written on the bracket. Just go slightly above. Yeah. सब प्रकार की इच्छाओं से रहित किसी भी ध्येय पदार्थ, that is अरिहंत आदि. So किसी भी ध्येय पर, meditating on anything worth concentrating upon. Okay. So that is gets void of all desires. At that time, surely, he is at that time surely performing real meditation. So now this is the real meditation. But here again, they are Arihant Adi, right? So they are asking us to focus on the 5 supreme beings. So how can that be real meditation? That will be again a conventional meditation. उस समय उसका निश्चय से ध्यान होता है. One minute, I will see one other book. So yesterday we were discussing about the 5 causes of influx, Mithyatva, Avirati, Pramad, Kashaya and Yog. So the sequence mentioned here, as we saw in the verse number 30, so the sequence has been changed. So here the delusion is in the first place. Then we have Avirati, that is restraint from woes, okay, or woeless. And then we have Pramad, that is negligence. Then we have Yog, that is about mind, speech and body. And then we have 4 passions: anger, pride, deceit and greed. Okay, so this is the sequence. So then I referred to 4 or 5 other books why this sequence is given, but I didn't get any answers from any other reference books. And I also saw the commentaries written on this book. That also I saw, but never I got the logic. And then I thought that because they have to concentrate on the writing of that verse, So in the first place, it should be 12. Then the second part should be 15. So first line will be 27. And the last line would be 30. 12 plus 18. So to do that construction of that thing, they do it this way. So first one was 12 and 18. And the next line was 12 and 15, 27. Okay. So to do this kind of construction, they have changed the sequence. Otherwise, there could not be any other logic. Okay. Even in 12 woes, we studied in, I think, Tattva Gyan or Vitrag Vigyan part 3, 12 woes, Bara Vrat of an householder. So there also the sequence in Chedala is different. The sequence in Ratnakaran Sravakachas is almost same. But in Pursat Siddhi Upai, the sequence is slightly, not the sequence, but there is a change. They have included Samadhi Maran in the 12 woes. And so there are bit changes, but so these changes are because different acharyas have written different kinds of woes, but uh, the end meaning is always the same. So here the 5 causes of influx, the sequence has been changed, but it all means the same. Whether you write first or last doesn't make a difference. So this was something I wanted to share. Now moving on to we were on surely performing, consulting upon gets voidable, that 55th. Okay, now we will move on to the 56th one. Ma chittha. Ma chittha means what? Don't try anything. Don't perform any activity. Okay. कुछ भी चेष्टा न करो. Ma jampa. Don't say anything. कुछ भी मत बोलो. Ma means don't do it, right? And ma chintaha. कुछ भी चिंतन मत करो. Okay. So do not make bodily movements. कुछ भी चेष्टा मत करो body की. Not utter any words. Ma jampa, don't utter any words. Then ma chinta, nor dilute the focus of mind. Okay. So don't do any kinds of thoughts. That's what they mean. Then kivi jain hoi thiro. Just concentrate, just get engrossed in yourself. किम्बी is कुछ भी. जैन मतलब जिससे, होई मतलब होता है, स्थिर. Okay, so whatever way you can stabilize yourself, you can concentrate yourself, you do. So when when you don't do any activities of body, mind and speech, it's automatically you attain that concentration. Okay, you remain engrossed in yourself. Appa. Appa means Atma. Appami. Appami means Atma में. Then रहो, लीन होकर. इनमेव, यही, this only. परम, उत्कृष्ट, supreme. हवे, is. Janam, dhyan. Do not make bodily movements, nor utter any words, nor dilute the focus of mind. Remaining engrossed in your pure self is real meditation. So here, this is the real meditation. Concentrating on the 5 supreme beings is never a real meditation, but somehow it's written over there. Why, I don't understand. Okay. So again, here you have just the proof. It is the real meditation. Okay. So do not make ma chitta, ma jampa, ma chintan. Do not make bodily movements. Do not utter any words. Do not dilute the focus of your mind, or do not do any thoughts on your mind. Now these thoughts are not in our hand, These thoughts comes automatically, and sometimes we get on unwanted thoughts, and we believe that we are the doer of thoughts, and then we identify ourselves with that thoughts, and then we feel that we are a bad person because I am having bad kind of thoughts, unwanted thoughts, But it is not so. These thoughts are automatic. this body activity is automatic, and this speech is again automatic. All these three are not a function of the soul. The soul's primary function and only function is just to know and see. Okay? So our job is to just know all these activities of the body, mind, and speech is very independent, and all these three belongs to the matter substance. So how we can do anything in matter substance? So never feel guilt if you have a bad thoughts or wrong thoughts, okay? And never feel guilty if you utter some bad words. Again, you are not a doer of that. And again, if there is any wrong bodily activity, bad bodily activity, then also don't feel guilty about it. You are just an observer, you are just an knower. All these activity of body, mind, and speech is happening independently, uh, and we are not the doer of that thing. So don't take any responsibilities of that, and then you will not feel guilty. Why we feel guilty actually, because we feel that we are the doer of those things. So then we feel that I've done wrong, so I feel guilty. And then you cry, you feel sad, you know. No way. Any of the activity of the mind, speech, and body does not belong to us. We are not the doer of those activities. We are only a knower. So then, if you don't do any activities of mind, speech, and body, then what happens? You engrossed in yourself. So this is what it's given here. But actually, when you concentrate on yourself, all the activities of mind, body, and speech comes to stationary position. Okay. So there is no bodily movement, nor utterance of any words, nor delusion of the focus of mind. Okay, you are not having any thought at that time when you remain engrossed in your pure self, and that is the real meditation. Now, moving on to the next one, 57, page number 203. Now, I'll share you one thing. One of the students in my new batch, the Los Angeles batch, she must be around 45, okay? Maybe 45 or 50, maybe, I don't know. So she told me that you call me by name, okay? So I always put G. I have formed that habit. So in spite of telling me frankly in the class and personally also, I always end up saying G, 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 G. So again, so I sometimes I wonder, but again that Bhasha Vargana is independent. Even I don't want to, because she feels that, she's elder than me, something like that she has in mind. And I also realize that it is not good to say somebody who is younger than me uh, by giving that kind of respect. But I had formed that habit, and I, I'm not able to just get away with it. So what happens, always that sometimes I try to talk in the first person, but again, it automatically comes like G word comes at the end again. Sometimes I do say in the first person, but again, sometimes the G also comes up. So then I left. Jo hoga hone do. So we are not the doer of those things. That proves, And I told you about thoughts. You sometimes get unwanted thoughts. Sometimes you perform activities which you are not supposed to do. Again, don't feel guilty about all those things, because we are not doer of that thing. Okay. So this is not something to make you irresponsible, but this is the fact that we are not the doer of these things. And one day also I gave an example that a monk was walking and he was looking downstairs only, that's not even a small insect. I'm not doing any kind of violence, okay? So not even a small insect get killed through his leg. But one of the insects came flying, and while he was supposed to put the foot on the ground, it came in between and that insect died. But still the monk will not be responsible for that violence. Why? Because he was practicing proper care. He was not negligent. He was fully aware and he was looking downstairs only and walking. Still, he will not be responsible for that violence. He will not bind karma for that violence. And there was another fellow, he was looking right and left. He was not looking downstairs anytime, and he didn't kill any of the insects, but still he will be binding karmas due to this kind of activity because he's doing violence. So so it depends on your understanding, So when you become a doer of these activities, you are binding karmas. And when you remain an observer, only a knower of these activities of mind, body, and speech, you are not binding any karmas. Okay. So this was the logic. Now coming on to the 57th one. The soul which practices austerities. Austerities means tapa, or we also call it as penance. Acquires knowledge of scriptures. Knowledge of scriptures means dravya srut. Okay. And observe vows, vrat palan karna. So three things. The soul which practices austerities, tap, acquires knowledge of scriptures, dravya srut, and observes vows, vrat. So, practices austerities, acquires knowledge of scriptures, and observes vows. So vows, again, observing vows is through the body activities. Becomes capable of controlling the axle of the chariot of meditation. So that means he has a control on his meditation and he is fully focused in the self. Okay. So always be engrossed in these three. These three means the austerities, the scriptures knowledge, and the observing of the vows. So always be engrossed in these three to attain that state of real meditation. Again, this is from the conventional point of view because the observing of vows is through body activities and that does not belong to the soul. So again, this is from the conventional point of view. From the real point of view, we just saw in the previous verse number 56, that concentrating on the self is the motivation from the real point of view. Okay. It is the remaining engrossed in your pure self is real meditation. Okay. So that we saw in 56, and this is again conventional. And now coming on to the last 58, page number 205. Yes, this one. Let the great sages, acharyas, munis, devoid of faults and abound in the knowledge of the scriptures, rectify lapses in this treatise Dravya Sangra. So Acharya Nemi Chandra Swami is requesting the great sages, the acharyas, and the upadhyayas and the other senior monks, that they, if I commit any mistake, Please rectify these mistakes. Rectify lapses in this treatise. Treatise means in this text. Dravya Sangra composed by me, Acharya Nemi Chandra, who is deficient in knowledge. Now consider Acharya Nemi Chandra is writing on himself deficient in knowledge. How can that be? But they were so humble, they were so down to earth, they never thought that they possesses all these qualities of knowledge and other kind of activities, So they were only, they themselves considered themselves only a knower. And because of their humbleness, they feel that if I am committing any mistakes, let the acharyas rectify it. And he's taking the responsibility of any of the mistakes occurring in this. So this, in end, all the acharyas mentions this way only. Even in Samaysar, not Samaysar, Purshat Siddhi Upay, and also in Samaysar also, Acharya Amrit Chandra says in the last commentary that in Purshat Siddhi Upay, that from letters, with the help of letters, the words were formed. With the words, the lines were formed, and with the lines, the scriptures have been written. I have done nothing in this. So he's consider himself not to be a doer of all this activity. And in Samaysar also, he mentions that Swarup Gupt Amrit Chandra Acharya Dev Amrit Chandra Acharya ka isme kuch bhi nahi hai. So again, they don't take responsibility of writing this great scriptures. So that was the humbleness of the acharyas, the down to earth nature of the acharyas, that they don't consider themselves to be doer of this activity. Okay. So this is all. The commentaries are very interesting. You can, if you have time, those who want to study, they can see the commentaries also. And but for our exam purpose and syllabus purpose, only the words will be there. So we have covered only words because we are going to still complete Bara Bhavna, and it's again a self-study, but we will be doing in class, and it's quite interesting because in Bara Bhavna, it is just a practice of descriptive knowledge only. So we will learn the art of practicing descriptive knowledge from 12 different angles, and that's why it is called 12 reflections, 12 contemplations, Bara Bhavna, Bara Anupreksha, all these different names given to that Bara Bhavna. So that is written by Dr. Bharilji, So he has taken Bara Bhavnas of different authors, numbering between 15 to 20 at least, And out of that, we will not be reading the whole text, because each bhavna is of at least, I think, 15 to 20 pages, 10, 15 pages. So we will not have that much time, but we will only discuss the main points, We will read also from the text, the main points, and that I will do the marking. I will share also the book. I have not received so far, but I will be receiving it anytime, today or tomorrow. I will share the textbook, and next week we will be starting that Bara Bhavna. Very interesting from the point of view of practicing descriptive knowledge. So that is all. If you want to ask if you have any questions, you can quickly ask it, or otherwise we will close for the day. But time is also over. Yeah.
Sir, we have one more textbook, no, sir?
Yeah, Bara Bhavna.
Besides this?
Bara
No,
Bhavna.
one more. No,
No.
one more.
No, nothing else.
No.
Acha,
So
acha.
we have Ram Kahani, no?
Yeah, Ram Kahani.
Ram
So Ram
Kahani.
Kahani is a self-study. Basically, it's a story on Ramayana, Ramchandra ji. But that is a self-study. But still, I or Vijal Shet will try to take it in one. I will take one class. I'll give you an outline.
I don't know. Do we have the textbook? I don't know. I'm not
No, we
sure.
don't have the English
So
text.
Ram Kahani, the
We don't.
translation is almost ready. Only few chapters are left. So by the time we complete Bara Bhavna, that text will be ready in English. Presently, we have Ram Kahani in Hindi only, but the translation team has taken efforts, put in special efforts, and there are 21 chapters in that. 21 chapters. You can just imagine such a big book, and they have done the translation, and the chat gpt translation also doesn't help, because the chat gpt is machine translation, so there the meanings gets distorted, so they are doing it manually. And I think out of 21 chapters, almost 18-19 chapters are complete. Only 2 or 3 chapters are left, and that are also being done. So mostly within the next 10-15 days it will be over. So by the time we finish Bara Bhavna, that book also will be ready. So
And when will our exams be, sir?
exams will be mostly starting from 7th July or 8th July. So we'll still have 1.5 months to go before the first exam, to give the first exam, and that will be objective, multiple choice questions, fill in the blanks. Again, you will be given 3 choices, but you have to choose one. But in multiple choice question, you can choose 4 also. Okay. So you have option to choose more than one in multiple choice questions, and each carries 4 marks each. Okay. So that will be 6 questions. So 24 marks. Then we have fill in the blanks, 10 marks, 1 marks for each blanks, wherein you will be given 3 choices, out of which one will only be correct. So other 2 will be false. You have to choose one only. Again, objective. Then we have true and false 10 marks. And then we have match the following 6 marks. So total 50 marks objective on each paper. So now paper 1 is Moksha Marg Prakashak. No, not Moksha Marg Prakashak. You have, Moksha Marg Prakashak, chapter 1 and 2. Then paper 2 will be Chhadala and Ram Kahani. Then paper 3 will be Dravya Sangra and Bara Bhavna. Okay. These are all open book exams. So even in objectives, you are very sure that this is the correct answer. But I would request you to check it out, because the questions are tricky. Apparently, you feel that this is very easy, but there is some changes in words which will not be able to identify it, and generally people go wrong. You are already in the third SEM, so you know the mistakes that you have committed last time. So you are quite aware of the examination pattern. Okay, so we will close for the day. निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है, उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना 7 बार है, उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना 7 बार है।